But if you guys take a look at the stands, all the seats, even the courtside seats, are empty.
The recent playoff ratings have officially been revealed, and you wouldn't believe how much they have already decreased. A.A. Wilson just got knocked out of the playoffs. And guess what? Nobody cares if Caitlin's not playing. Count me out fans are refusing to watch the WNBA due to the absence of Caitlin. It's not fun, it's not entertaining, which is why the ratings are already down by a staggering 50%.
Let's just say the ratings aren't the same with Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever now eliminated. Game 1 of the Aces Liberty matchup on Sunday drew an average of 929,000 viewers. Was down nearly 50% from last Sunday's Fever Sun contest. By the way, not only was viewership down, but attendance was as well.
WNBA's last real star, A.A. Wilson, just got eliminated, but even where she was playing, she couldn't make people watch with only DJ Carrington. And Alyssa Thomas left the WNBA are in a crisis, as viewership is plummeting after each match is played.
I understand Caitlin Clark is a superstar in the making, okay? I understand she's arguably a generational talent. I get all of that. But to put something like this up and to just sit there and say that she's the reason why the WNBA ratings are what they are is straight up.
Let's be real, Caitlin's effect is the real reason the WNBA isn't being watched as much. I mean, look at music. This with Caitlin Clark playing the WNBA calculate more than 1 million viewers. Without Wilson playing, they get 400,000 now. With the MVP and Rookie of the Year out, the WNBA are in a complete mess only. This is what happens when you don't protect your best player. Caitlin was poked, pushed, shoved in every game, no decisions. Even in the playoffs, Caitlin received a black. I nothing now. The WNBA are suffering, and nobody is watching. The league has been struggling to maintain its momentum. Since Caitlin Clark's Indiana Fever were eliminated from a race, this wasn't just any loss for the WNBA. It marked a significant turning point that has revealed just how crucial Clark's presence has been to the league. Since then, the WNBA has faced a viewership crisis that many in the league didn't see coming or perhaps chose to ignore.
I don't get it.
Clark is not just a rising star, she's a fan favorite who transcends the game. Her style of play, her charisma, and her ability to draw fans in from across the globe have made her the centerpiece of the WNBA's most watched games. And now, with her absence, the numerous speak for themselves. The Fever's elimination sent a ripple through the league. And since then, ratings have plummeted. Initial reports show that viewership was halved in the immediate aftermath of Clark's exit, with subsequent games seeing even steeper declines as the playoffs progressed. What was once shaping up to be a banner year for the league has turned into a sobering reminder of just how much the Caitlin Clark effect had fueled their success.
Here, and they're saying it's because she's white.
The WNBA's reliance on Caitlin Clark was perhaps inevitable from the moment she stepped onto the court. Her talent and personality made her an instant sensation. Clark brought a massive surge of interest to the Indiana Fever, turning them into the most watched team in the league. When the Fever played on the road, it was often Clark supporters who packed the stands, drowning out home team fans and turning every Fever away game into something that felt more like a home court advantage.
There's a reason 12 million people are watching ESPN for a game. If that game was on CBS, they probably would have had 25, 30 million people watching that game.
Her impact on the WNBA has been unprecedented. Fans tuned in to watch her every move, whether she was launching three-pointers from deep or orchestrating fast break plays with pinpoint precision. Her dynamic play style is unlike anything the league has seen in recent memory, drawing comparisons to some of the NBA most marketable.
Every single time that they were on the road, you even had Dallas Wings players saying, like, it kind of sucks seeing so many Indiana Fever in 2020 or 22 jerseys in the stands, but it's also cool to see a lot of people in the stands. Like, Indiana Fever was turning away games into home games, and so it's kind of sad that through all of that, Caitlin was still advocating for players on the other team to get bonuses because she saw the kind of money and eyeballs and viewership that all of this was generating.
Clark's ability to attract a new wave of young basketball fans who previously might not have been invested in the WNBA is nothing short of remarkable. She has bridged the gap between casual viewers and diehard fans, creating a following that transcends traditional fan bases and makes her one of the most sought-after athletes in the sport. Clark on the WNBA has felt the void, the excitement and energy that surrounded the league during the regular season seemed to have dissipated, leaving a noticeable drop in enthusiasm. Fans who had become accustomed to watching her light up the court now find themselves less invested in the playoff matchups, with no other player able to replicate her unique combination of star power and fan appeal.
Game 1 of the playoffs, the Fever had nearly 2 million viewers tuning in, while all the other games had around 400,000. Even the WNBA Countdown, which was aired before the Indiana Fever game, had more viewers than 2 of the series.
But the WNBA's mishandling of Caitlin Clark's growing influence has proven to be a major misstep. Throughout the season, the league seemed slow to embrace her. As the star, she had become treating her with the same old guard mentality that has caused the WNBA problems in the past. Instead of recognizing that Clark was more than just another rookie, the league appeared to downplay the excitement surrounding her.
The only one that I've seen other than Steph Curry that can do that. She's incredible. She's the best player to watch. I've said this all year. She's the best player to watch play basketball, playing basketball, other than Steph Curry.
To make matters worse, the WNBA has opted to keep the voting process anonymous, sparking outrage among fans who feel that Clark was robbed of what was rightfully hers. Transparency, particularly in award voting, is key to maintaining credibility, and the WNBA's decision to keep the process secretive has only fueled fan frustrations. Many believe that this was a deliberate move by the league to prevent any further scrutiny or backlash from Clark's fan base. Instead, it has done the opposite, creating an uproar among her supporters.
Who's the best player in the country?
To the media or me?
As you see it.
I feel like I'm the best player in the country.
The decision not to make Clark the 6th unanimous Rookie of the Year in league history has caused a rift between the WNBA and its fan base. Fans are livid, with many accusing the league of not giving Clark the recognition she deserves, says, and are demanding answers about how the voting played out.
Ever since, Angel Reese had that injury, to me, and also coming off of Olympic break, Caitlin Clark separated herself. Yeah. She should have been unanimous. Now, to celebrate her, one thing that people forget is, as a rookie, she was the most blitzed player in the WNBA, and she still put up 19, 5, and 8 assists.
The uproar over the Rookie of the Year vote has become a flashpoint for broader frustrations with how the WNBA has handled Clark's ascent. Many fans and analysts feel that her omission from such an accolade, especially after the impact she has had on the league, reeks of a larger issue, that the WNBA is resistant to change and unwilling to elevate its brightest young stars in the way other sports leagues do Clark's. Supporters feel that the league's unwillingness to acknowledge her impact is a direct slap in the face, and the subsequent dip in viewership only seems to validate their concerns. If the WNBA cannot properly celebrate its biggest emerging talent, what hope does it have of keeping new fans engaged?
Do you want me to just say I told you so, or are you willing to say, Stephen A., you did tell us? Really? Caitlin Clark is the golden goose.
A.A. Wilson's frustrations are indicative of a larger issue within the WNBA. For years, the league has struggled to break through into mainstream sports culture in the same way that the NBA, or even women's college basketball, has. Wilson, Breanna Stewart, and Diana Taurasi have been some of the biggest names in the game for years, but none of them have managed to drive the same kind of engagement that Clark has in such a short span of time. NBA's reluctance to fully embrace her star power has left many questioning its future. If the league cannot learn to capitalize on this kind of generational talent, it risks stunning its own growth. Clark is not just another promising player. She represents a massive shift in how fans consume the sport. This mishandling of Clark's growing influence could very well be a missed opportunity that the league will look back on with regret, instead of propelling the WNBA into new heights. The hesitation to fully lean into Clark's stardom has left many wondering whether the league can truly evolve